Small guy, billionaire. Just called it right in the TD Bank.
The bank right here?
Yep.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, how old were you when you became a millionaire?
Who are you guys?
I grew a channel to 18 million followers. I've interviewed 31 billionaires in the last 4 years, like Mark Cuban, Michael Rubin.
I've seen you on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
How do you know I am?
The cops over there, they told me that you're a billionaire.
Did they tell you that?
Yeah, they did.
That's how you need to ask me a question.
yeah, that's how I
And
do.
by the way, how do you know I'm rich?
Come on, man, you look like money, man.
I look like money.
What line of business were you in?
Private equity in sports.
Sports?
Yeah.
But what are you doing in sports?
One of the owners of the 76ers.
So you own a basketball team?
Yeah.
How long have you been in private equity?
About 20 years.
Over these 20 years, what was the most amount of money you made in a single year?
Let's just say that our company runs about $80 billion in private equity and assets.
80 billion with a B.
With a B.
So you're a billionaire.
According to some.
Are you on the Forbes list?
And maybe.
How did you become
How
wealthy?
do you know I'm wealthy?
You got that look, man. You got some aura about you, man.
Believe it or not, we're actually talking about how we became wealthy.
How do you know?
Oh, no hablo inglés.
How old are you?
But you know that black don't crack. Man.
Yes, sir.
53.
I'm not telling you.
Give me a range. Give me an idea.
You can guess.
50.
I'll take it.
You'll take it?
I have to go out and
All
give
right.
a speech.
What's your name?
Alan.
Alan, last name?
Dom.
Alan Dom. If me and you died tomorrow and you had one more message to leave with the younger generation, what would that be?
I hope you're looking.
You've heard of Silicon Valley billionaires, you've heard of New York billionaires, Dubai billionaires, but I guarantee you don't know anything about the Philadelphia billionaires. And let me tell you, this city right here is home to some of the richest people, some of the oldest money in the entire world. And I just did something absolutely insane, you guys. See, there's 18 billionaires that live here in the city of Philadelphia. Well, I flew all the way out here to go walk up and find and interview the richest people that live in Philadelphia to figure out how they got so rich and how you watching can do exactly what they did to become wealthy and build generational wealth. So this video, listen to me, is gonna be absolutely insane. So stay tuned from start to finish. With that being said, let's get this video on the way. Excuse me, sir. Sir, I got a question for you. Real quick, could we walk with you? How did you become wealthy? What line of business are you in?
I'm a lawyer.
You're a lawyer? What type of law do you practice?
Sexual assault. I gotta
I
make
got
these
you, man.
calls.
Have a good one. Excuse me, sir. Question for you.
I'm good.
Excuse me, sir. Sir.
No, thank you.
Hey, real quick, guys. So
We said no thank you,
yeah,
buddy.
Yeah, real quick. So we grew a channel to 18 million
Get the
followers.
out of here.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, how did you?
You guys been walking around all day with your camera.
I got a question for you, man.
Sure.
How did you get rich?
I didn't.
Yeah? What line of business were you in?
That's all right.
So I grew a channel to 18 million followers. I go all over the world asking people advice to younger generation.
We're best, but
All right,
thank you.
man. Have a good one, brother. Have a good one. All right, you guys. As you can see, like he said, I've seen you guys out here all day with the camera. Man, Philly is tough. We are not getting these people to stop. There's so much old money out here, and they're not giving us the time of day. But guys, listen, the motto remains the same. It doesn't matter what city I'm in, whether it's Dubai, Los Angeles, New York, Philadelphia. Look, every no is just one step closer to a yes. I'm not gonna stop until I get some of these millionaires and billionaires to give us the secrets on what it takes to get rich in today's world. So let's go see who we can find. Excuse me, sir. Sir, got a question for you.
No, I'm camera though.
Yeah?
No, I'm good though.
Okay, real
Thank
quick.
you, homie.
Yeah, no worries, sir.
I love what y'all doing, man.
Have you seen the channel?
What's the name of the channel?
The School of Hard Knocks. We grew it to 18 million followers. We've interviewed 31 billionaires in the last 4 years. We've interviewed Shaq, Tom Cruise, Tom Brady.
Can I give you some play? I just don't got no damn cut and I hate that shit.
I got you,
But I'm
man.
a filmmaker. Let's go.
How long have you been in the film business for?
25 years.
Did you start your own company?
Yes.
Yeah? And you can make a lot of money producing movies as well.
It's ownership. It's about ownership.
What was the most amount of money that you made in a single year?
35 million.
$35 billion.
In 1 year.
So
Yeah.
what kind of got you into filmmaking? What was the inspiration? It's a competitive business to be in.
I hope you're looking. I was rejected at audition, and I was like, "Who's the fat dude with the, with the phone?" They're like, "That's the producer." I was like, "I'm gonna produce my own stuff."
Talk to that young person out there. They're facing a lot of rejection in their career, their business. They're worried about what other people think about them. What would your message be to them?
In the words of my grandmother, when you're born, you look like your parents, but when you die, you look like your decisions. Every decision that you make is a domino effect on your life. It's not what is in front of you, it's what is behind you, the things that you've already went through to get to where you're at. And normally, when you're just about ready to blow, right? When you get it's just about ready to succeed, it gets harder and harder. Success is like riding a bike. It's enthusiastic when you first start, and when you get up that hill, it gets a little harder, so keep grinding.
That's why they always say that God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers.
Absolutely. You can't give up because it's about the faith, right? And so when you understand that, and you understand it for what it is, you know that if you keep pushing, that you will get to it. But it's consistency and persistency.
And do you believe in God?
Absolutely.
So faith has helped you out a lot.
Absolutely. Listen, without God, nothing is possible.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone tells you, nothing is impossible. But see, here's what they don't tell us, right? If we are created in the image of God, do you know how powerful you are?
Extremely powerful.
Okay, because they teach us about up and down, but they don't teach us about our in and our out. You can yell right now and hear it without no vibration coming from your mouth. If I tell you to go back 2 years from now, you can actually go back in time and see it. These two eyes don't see the past, so these two eyes won't see the what? Future. That voice that can yell without making any vibration, it's not even here in this dimension. That's why if you believe in Christianity or whatever, Jesus said, do what you want with me. I'm not even here, not of the flesh. So you have to keep God first in all that you do. Faith is important. Don't ask for a divine intervention. Intervene with divinity.
You know they don't teach this in school, right?
Oh, no, absolutely not. If you want to hide something from anybody, put it in a book.
See, this is real old school wisdom, though.
Absolutely. It's from my mother,
I love
from
that.
my father.
So I'm going to challenge you right now. Take me back to the most life-changing conversation that you ever had. What is the best piece of advice you ever received throughout your career?
The best piece of advice I've ever received out of my career was from Clarence Avant, and he's the Black Godfather. You should check him out on Netflix. And he said to me, keep a favor book. I said, what's a favor book? He says, keep a favor book. There are going to be people along the way that you owe favors that you just may forget because they just did it out of the kindness of their heart. And then there's going to be people that have never did you a favor. Right. And those people who have never did you a favor will be first in line to get one.
How do you know?
Oh, no hablo inglés.
How old are you
But you know that black don't crack, man.
Yes, sir.
So I am 49 right now.
You look amazing
Get ready
at
to be
49.
50. You know
Let
what
me
I'm
ask you
saying?
this. If me and you died tomorrow and you had one more guiding principle to leave with the younger generation, what would that be?
Go for it. Don't overthink it. Go for it. Do not overthink it. And I will also say never mistake attendance for alliance. Everybody that's with you is not for you. Eagles don't fly with pigeons. You've never seen an eagle fly with pigeons. So if you don't have anyone that is rooting for you, if you don't have anyone that is on your team, that you know that, hey, I'm running the ball, sometimes I might have to pass it to get into the end zone if we're talking, football, right? If you can't go in the huddle and argue and come back out and want to win, those are the people that are around you.
Can I tell you something? I've interviewed over 1,000 millionaires and over 30 billionaires. That was one of the best interviews I've ever done in my entire life. Oh my, that was incredible, bro.
Yeah,
hey, can I get your contact?
Yeah,
Is that
absolutely.
cool? Guys, that has to be one of the greatest interviews that I've ever done on this channel. That guy just gave more old school wisdom right there than I think just about any interview that I've ever done. And you can't forget about the beginning, man. He did not want anything to do with that interview, but I established credibility. Remember, credibility kills all bad attitudes. There's so many takeaways and nuggets from that interview, but me and you guys are gonna have to go back and rewatch that one ourselves. With that being said, let's get this next interview. Excuse me, sir. Sir, how old were you when you became a millionaire?
What's your name?
I'm James. I go all over the world interviewing the richest people to help the younger generation.
How do you know I'm rich?
Come on, man, you look like money, man.
I look like money.
What line of business were you in?
Private equity in sports.
Sports?
Yeah.
But what are you doing in sports?
One of the owners of the 76ers and New Jersey Devils.
So you own a basketball team?
Yeah.
How long have you been in private equity?
About 20 years.
Over these 20 years, what was the most amount of money you made in a single year?
Let's just say that our company runs about $80 billion in private equity and assets.
80 billion with a B.
With a B.
So you're a billionaire.
According to some.
Are you on the Forbes list?
And maybe.
What's your name?
David Edelman.
Could I interview you for 1 minute real quick?
You got great balls. Let's do it.
You think everybody's built for entrepreneurship?
No. Here's what I believe. I think entrepreneurs like to live in the chaos, and some people like to live in kind of structured environments, and that's okay. I also tell everyone, not everyone needs to be a founder. Sometimes you can be an entrepreneur in somebody else's business too. Just you work for someone, do a great job, show how valuable you are, and then you've created your own way. Not everyone is built to take the risk.
What got you into business?
I was fortunate. Everyone needs a mentor. So I had a great mentor when I was a kid who was in the real estate business and literally taught me the business when I was a kid, and I gave him $2,000 that I had for my bar mitzvah to invest in real estate.
Talk to me about private equity. You're in the money business. Break that down to somebody in third grade right now that doesn't understand how private equity makes their money.
Simple. Two ways. Buy a business that's broken and fix it, create more value, you could sell it, or take a business that's on the upswing, but it needs capital, but it also needs know-how. And so that's kind of where we play, where we'll put capital in, but we're also going to bring experience to the table and help them kind of achieve their goals.
Going into 2026, what's the best industry people should be looking to get into right now?
Honestly, people think I'm nuts. I think everyone's talking about AI and all these things. I think when you look about service-oriented businesses, plumbing, electrical, construction, AI is not going to fix somebody's toilet or wire their house. And so I'm thinking about these old line businesses that were probably run by pencil and paper by some guy managing 2 trucks and a bunch of guys. And can you modernize something like that?
So even though you own a sports team, which is a sexy business, you like the boring, unsexy businesses.
I do. Real estate's a boring business. Private equity, most of the time, are buying boring businesses, right? But they're making them better.
What did you learn about creating wealth in real estate?
It takes time. Real estate is a great long-term business. Your customers are paying down your mortgage. It goes up in value. It's just a great hard asset business.
How important is leverage in real estate?
Leverage is everything. Too much leverage is not a good thing. But it's the only business that you can be in where your customers are paying down your debt. Your tenants pay rent, and what does that do? It reduces your debt service.
So you became a multi-billionaire, but you're still building companies, you're still building businesses. What keeps you motivated?
I love the action. And for me, I think what you'll find with people who've achieved some level of success is it's not about money. It's about building businesses. It might be about the employees they have and taking care of them and their families, and it might be about solving complex issues. So for me, I love the challenge of, can we fix this business, or can we start something that somebody had a great idea and we're going to back them because it's an awesome idea.
Do you have a networking tip for people that really helped you out?
Go to the office, get back to work.
Why?
This work from home is bullshit.
So you can't become a millionaire working from home?
Definitely not.
How do you know?
53.
David, if me and you died tomorrow and you had one more message to leave with the younger generation, what would that be?
Honestly, it goes back to one fundamental thing. Doesn't matter what business you're in. You get one reputation. Be honest and do the right thing, and that leads to success with lenders, partners, you name it.
So it's true when people say that it takes 20 years to build a good reputation and only 5 minutes to kill it.
That is so true. Too many people cross the line. And for me, I tell everyone, just do the right thing. Sometimes things are not going to work out. Deliver bad news quickly. Just be honest.
Thank you so much for your time, man. I appreciate you, man. I have to ask you, I connect with all the billionaires that I interview. Can I get your contact?
For sure.
Guys, we just interviewed another billionaire on this channel, and that's officially the 31st billionaire that I've ever interviewed. But let me tell you something even crazier, you guys. You may not even know this. Billionaires made me a millionaire at just 23 years old, and I'm not kidding. I built a multi-million-dollar business from interviewing billionaires. But how is that possible? Let me explain. Look, if there's one thing that I've learned from interviewing billionaires and the world's most successful people, it's that access changes everything. All these billionaires that I'm interviewing, they all have incredible mentors, people that they're able to learn from. But most people don't have that. 99% of people, you watching this right now, will never meet a billionaire. But that's why next week, on November 18th, on Tuesday, I'm doing something insane for you. I'm hosting an event where I'm gonna host 3 live Zoom calls with 3 different billionaires, where you're not just gonna join the calls and watch them speak. You're gonna actually ask your questions directly to them, and you're gonna get mentored by them. Now, you may be wondering, James, who are these billionaires that you're bringing onto the call? Well, how about John Morgan, the guy that turned his law firm into a multi-billion-dollar empire, making him the richest lawyer in America? He's gonna be there mentoring you. Or how about Jimmy John? Yeah, Jimmy John's Sandwiches, the guy that started with nothing and built a multi-billion-dollar sandwich company. And lastly, Greg Perlman, a real estate billionaire that built wealth by buying property, buying real estate, you guys. Guys, this is your once-in-a-lifetime chance to learn how billionaires think, invest, and build wealth. Yes, you're gonna be getting mentored by 3 billionaires, but I wanna make it very clear. There will be no recordings, no replays, so you must be there live on Billionaire Day. Now, I know by now you might be thinking, James, that's cool and all. We get to learn from 3 billionaires. We get to ask them questions, but how much does this cost? Is it $10,000? Is it $1,000? No, it is free to attend and get access to the minds of 3 billionaires and ask them your questions. Billionaires changed my life, you guys. Like I said, they made me a millionaire, and I want to give you guys that same access in return. So all you have to do to join Billionaire Day is go down to the link in the description to grab your spot and join the #1 entrepreneur community and network in the entire world. So I can't wait to see you there next week on November 18th. With that being said, let's go get our next interview. Excuse me, sir. Sir, how did you become wealthy?
How did
How did you become
How
wealthy?
do you know I'm wealthy?
You got that look, man. You got some aura about you, man.
Believe it or not, we're actually talking about how we became wealthy.
Yeah.
Weren't we? Just
What line of business are you in?
We-
Both dentists.
we were both
classmates.
dentists.
We were classmates 40-some years ago, and now we're retired and enjoying the
Were you
good
guys
life.
partners together?
No.
Or
No, just in crime.
just in crime? I love that. So how did you kind of build your practice, right? If you can give me a piece of advice on maybe, do you have different locations, or did you have different offices, or?
Read the book, The Simple Path to Wealth. Take the money you earn from dentistry or from YouTube, and you put it into Vanguard index funds. And you do it for decades, and then when you're old,
we didn't get wealthy pulling teeth. No,
we invested the money.
it's not how much you earn, it's how much you save and invest.
But it's safe to say you can't save your way to wealth. You have to invest that money.
Absolutely. Yes.
What was the most amount of money you guys made in a single year?
You want to tell them, and I'll go across the street, then we'll trade places.
Say it out loud.
Give me a range. How much?
It was a substantial amount of money. Here's what I would say to a young person who's trying to become financially independent by their 50s. You have to remember, money doesn't grow when you invest. It doesn't grow linearly. It grows geometrically. It does nothing for a long time, and then it explodes upwards. You want to get that flat part out when you're as young as possible.
But I look around at young people today, I think the biggest issue is they spend too much.
They have instant gratification.
Bingo. They spend more than they have, and they all seem to be doing very well and living. But that's not just this generation. I have friends from my generation who probably earned considerably more than I did, yet they're still going to work every day because they spent. I lived relatively conservative considering how much I earned, and I think that made it easier for me to stop working at a young age and live. I mean, I'm living a dream, baby. You know, my life is a joke.
How old are you now?
Now I am 65.
65?
Yes.
What do you mean by your life is a joke? You're living the dream.
I don't have to work. What are you doing today?
I'm working, but
There you go.
Hey,
Wouldn't you like to get up and do whatever you want to do
Well, I
today?
can't do that though. I can't do that.
You can?
I can. Yeah.
How did that happen?
Well, I mean, our business last month.
Oh,
yeah,
great. Terrific.
Yeah.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this. How old are you?
23.
Wow. Okay, so most of your contemporaries that you go out drinking with on weekends, I'm guessing that most of them are not in a similar situation as you.
Absolutely not.
So what would you tell them? You're asking, what would
Yeah.
you tell them?
You know what I would say?
That's more important, their generation.
Yeah.
Our generation's done.
You got to sacrifice and get the out of your hometown if you're not in a place where people are like-minded and are wanting to grow. I mean, My business this year will do $6 million, and it's thanks to getting to a place like Austin where I found great mentors and understood
Wait,
the
you're a YouTuber and you make $6 million a year?
I do. Yeah, we made $700,000 last month.
Oh,
yes, sir.
Did you go to college?
I went to the University of Texas. I
Well, it
graduated.
wasn't necessary.
I didn't learn anything in school.
Thank you. I got three
But-
daughters, learned nothing in
So,
college.
and you're probably wondering, what the hell am I doing? I grew this channel to 18 million followers. I've interviewed 31 billionaires in the last 4 years, and I go all over the world interviewing successful people to help the younger generation, just like you guys are helping me out right now.
We're not billionaires.
It doesn't matter, but your guys' advice is so rich, and I think so many people are going to benefit from this. You're 65 now.
Yeah.
If me and you died tomorrow and you had one more message to leave with the younger generation, what would that be?
Life is not fair. There's no rules, there's no right, there's no wrong. You just have to do your best, look out for yourself, your family, and your friends.
And the other thing, and we talked about this over lunch today, is life is not a straight line. You have your ups, your downs. You want to move up, but it's not going to be straight. You're going to have your losses.
You had mentioned mentors. I had lots of people give me, my parents always gave me advice. I never listened, but as I grew and learned, then I realized what they were talking about. But it was always after the fact. I mean, young people typically don't want to hear somebody tell them what to do. But things my parents always told me that I said, they were right. But sadly, I didn't realize it until I started living through the same things that they lived through. So as far as mentors, I don't know how important a mentor is. I mean, you really have to experience it for yourself to appreciate what other people may have told you. And you always seem to figure it out after the fact. Oh my God, they were right. So everything that we're telling you now, someday you're going to realize we were right. Go back to that interview 10 years ago. Those guys were geniuses.
I don't know. I'm kind of like depressed that I might see this on YouTube, and I feel like I said,
Yeah, you're dressed well. We look good.
Hey, you guys got amazing advice.
Hey, it was a pleasure.
Thank you so
So
much
what
for your
do you-
time. So I cold approached those two gentlemen right there, and they became multi-millionaires. Like I said, they were talking about how to become wealthy. And I had to throw it back on him because he wasn't sure that I had the freedom like those guys do. Well, it turns out I do, because you can't sleep on this younger generation, because we got rich off content. But we got to keep this one rolling and go get this next interview, you guys. Come on.
Yo, man, guy in the bank, ball guy, billionaire. Just call it right in the TD Bank.
The bank right here?
Yep.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, how old were you when you became a millionaire?
Who are you guys?
I grew a channel to 18 million followers. I've interviewed 31 billionaires in the last 4 years, like Mark Cuban, Michael Rubin.
I've seen you on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
How do you know I am?
The cops over there, they told me that you're a billionaire.
Did they tell you that?
Yeah, they did.
That's how you need to ask me a question.
yeah, that's how I do.
By the way, thank God for the Philadelphia Police Department. They do a phenomenal job. I love our police department.
What line of business are you in?
I'm an entrepreneur, but if you turn around, I own from this corner to the next corner.
So you own all these buildings over here. How in the world did you get money to be able to buy buildings like that?
Friendly banks.
So you got along well with the banks.
And you know what? I also paid back the banks, and I was conservative, and I tried to pay back more principal per year than I was due. So they saw me as a good client and a good customer.
So how much equity would you put in to these properties? Like, would it be like a 30-70 sort of split between you and the bank? Or?
Typically, it was 30% down or 70%, or a lot of times I had to leverage my other real estate and sign off to get the equity.
Did you ever think growing up that this was going to be possible, that you were going to own the entire block here in downtown Philadelphia?
My real goal is to build a tremendous community here in Philadelphia. And my only reason for wanting to buy these properties was to put in great tenants that people would love to go to. Because I think at the end of the day, as my father taught me, he said, we grow old too soon and wise too late. And what I wanted to do is create an environment that was a lot of fun.
Now, have you ever been over in business?
I mean, I'm sure I have, but I learned a long time ago the key to success is everyone has failures. I have them every day. I have them every hour. And if you dwell in failure, you'll never be successful. So when I'm in a failure, I think about the success I had, and I quickly don't dwell in the failure anymore.
How old are you now?
I'm not telling you.
Give me a range. Give me an idea.
You can guess.
50.
I'll take it.
You'll take it?
I have to go.
All
I
right,
have
all
a
right.
speech.
What's your name?
Alan.
Alan, last name?
Dom.
Alan Dom. If me and you died tomorrow and you had one more message to leave with the younger generation, what would that be?
Spend as much time as you can with your family.
Do you have any regrets?
No regrets, but when I was 40, my brother was 44 and he passed away. So I miss him.
Thank you so much for your time, sir. I appreciate you, man. Do you believe in God?
Yeah.
Has faith helped you out?
Yes.
What got you through that?
You're a good interviewer.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
He's very good.
Yeah. Well, what got you through that? Talk to somebody out there. They're at rock bottom right
I
now.
think whatever religion you are, praying to God, but also taking care of family.
I love that. Could I get your contact?
Yeah.
Cool. Guys, that is a wrap on today's video. Philly just went crazy. We even got some billionaires in the mix today. Do me a huge favor right now. Stop what you're doing. Like and subscribe for amazing content I've got coming every week to this channel. But let's go a step further, right? I want to give you direct access to the multimillionaires and the billionaires that I interview here on the School of Hard Knocks. And I literally do that. Every week, I give you direct access to the 8-figure, 9-figure, and billionaire entrepreneurs that I interview on this channel, on live calls that I host inside of my private entrepreneur community, the School of Mentors, which is the #1 most powerful entrepreneur community and network in the entire world. All you have to do to join is go down, click the link in the description of this video, and I'll see you on the inside. With that being said, I'll see you in the next video.